Mike,
Yes.
you alluded to it at the top of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 64.
That's right.
I think nearly everybody in our demographic, who probably is most of the people listening to this show, when they think 64, you think Nintendo 64, right?
64-bit.
64-bit graphics.
Maybe the generation after us thinks of Paul McCartney.
Oh, when I'm 64.
That's
yeah.
right.
Well, that's legit too.
Maybe I'm spoiling answers to your quiz.
Well, I do have a Nintendo 64 quiz.
Excellent.
It's kind of clinical, I guess, but
Okay.
we can reminisce a little bit too at the end. I guess as a primer for those not in our demo, the Nintendo 64 was a video game console that really broke ground on having almost exclusive use of three-dimensional graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the first console to really do that to the extent that it did, almost 100%, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw the graphics now, you wouldn't be too impressed, but at the time, it was quite incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Let's learn a little more about it, and we'll test Mike's knowledge of the Nintendo 64.
I'm feeling myself getting a little overconfident. I need to calm down a little bit.
All right, Mike. What was the release date of the Nintendo 64 in North America? So you can guess the year, month, and day, and each one gives you a point with the expectation that you only get one.
I know I bought it. Oh, shoot. Actually, I don't remember what year I bought it. I remember the very moment I got it, I was at Video Adventure.
Oh.
And the rule in our house was if I was getting a newer Nintendo system, I had to trade in or sell the old one.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy, this is tougher than I thought. I don't know the month at all, and I don't know the day, obviously, but I'm going to say it's in junior high when I finally got one. I'm going to say 96.
That's correct. 1996.
All right.
20 years ago.
20 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing it was like I'm going to say June 4th.
Hey, I think you were thinking of the Japan date, Mike, because that was June 23rd, but
Okay.
It was September 26th.
Oh, okay. It should have been June 4th. I don't know what they were thinking. 6/4?
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. They probably missed the window because they were behind on production or something.
Probably.
So despite all the hype when it came out, the Nintendo 64 actually only had 2 launch titles in America. So you can only get 2 games the day it came out. What were these games, Mike?
Well, first one is Super Mario 64. I'm pretty sure on that one. I believe the other one was Pilot Wing 64.
That is correct, Mike.
All right.
Very good.
I remember specifically, I have a lot of specific memories of the Nintendo 64.
Oh, that's good.
I was visiting my brother in college, and as like a treat, he rented a Nintendo 64, and the only 2 games were those 2.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I remember about it.
Yeah, and Mario 64 is still lauded as one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah, a real clinic in how to translate, a side-scrolling or 2-dimensional game into the 3D space.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mike, what was the launch retail price of the Nintendo 64? Do you still have your receipt from Video Adventure?
Well, mine was used, and I believe that one was $149.99. So I'm going to say it was $199.99.
You are right on the money, literally.
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you. I wish I could remember real things of value.
This is good.
Okay.
So this one's a little deeper dive.
Okay.
Midway in its lifespan, there was a RAM expansion pack for the Nintendo 64 that brought its RAM from 4 megabytes to a whopping 8 megabytes.
Yeah.
And this was required to play certain games.
Yes.
Name one of those games.
Well, the main one is Donkey Kong 64. It came with it.
That's right. Did you have it?
I did. I think I got that for Christmas one year.
Ooh.
That was one of the few games I actually 100%ed, and I got all the bananas and all the medals and whatever had to get. It took a long time.
Yeah, so do you want to take a guess at any of the others, or?
I mostly remember games that were enhanced with it, like Rogue Squadron had
true.
Higher res. I'm trying to think. I think Perfect Dark required it, except for you could play certain modes, but not the whole game.
Mike, did you write this Wikipedia article?
Yeah, check the edits, and you'll see.
There's one big one Well, maybe not that big, but
Give me a hint, Michael.
it was a sequel to one of the seminal games on the 64, again, akin to Mario 64, translating that 2D to 3D. Again, lauded as one of the greatest games of all time.
Oh.
Sequel to that. Not sequel, but second successor. I don't know if it's a sequel or not.
Was it, I don't think Majora's Mask needed it.
That's what I have here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh. I don't remember that, but I'll trust Wikipedia on it since I wrote it.
Yeah. Because I think it did, because I remember Steve, friend of the show Steve, had to bring over his 64 when we wanted to play it because we couldn't use mine because I didn't have the RAM pack in there.
Oh. Why didn't you just bring the pack?
That's a good question. I don't know.
He even came with like this little clip that you used to eject the pack out of it.
But if you opened it up, it said, "Do not remove this."
Oh yeah, the I think that was called the jumper pack or something like that.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right. Huh. I don't remember that, but I guess I never owned that one, so maybe that's
Well, Mike, all good things must come to an end, including the Nintendo 64. Can you name the discontinuation date of the Nintendo 64 in North America?
Oh jeez.
And I'll give you a hint.
Uh-huh.
The GameCube came out in November of 2001.
Okay.
The GameCube being Nintendo's successor console to the Nintendo 64.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess it was discontinued in 2002.
Ooh.
Oh.
Again, maybe you're thinking of the Japan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that must be it.
Actually, it was November 30th, 2003.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it kept kicking for a little while after.
Yeah. That's the official discontinuation date.
Okay.
Obviously, sales were probably waning quite a bit by that point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mike, final question.
Yeah.
How many units of the Nintendo 64 have sold during its lifetime? I'm going to give you some references here to help you, or maybe confuse you. I don't know.
Yeah.
So its predecessor, the Super Nintendo, pushed 49 million units. Its successor, the GameCube, as we just mentioned, pushed just under 22 million units.
Mm-hmm.
So where does the Nintendo 64 fall into that spectrum?
I'm guessing it's in between. It was still kind of a popular system, but the Super Nintendo at the time only had the Genesis as competition.
Very astute, Mike.
Whereas the PlayStation was much more popular, I feel like.
Yes.
I'm going to guess 32 million.
Wow, Mike. It's 32.93 million.
Wow.
So you were
I'll
right
take it.
there.
I'm taking it.
Oh, yeah, you got it. So, very nice, Mike. You passed that quiz with flying colors.